Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mingzo.
I'm Mekwa.
And we are about to continue our wonderful Radiant Dawn playthrough. But first, Mecha, we're gonna do some meme review.
Oh no.
So I asked the community to send some memes.
Some have been PM'd to me.
I'm gonna post them in the Discord chat, and we're gonna be going through this. The first one.
So we're doing meme review, we're doing character reviews, and then we're gonna do guess the MVP. Wow, we're gonna be busy.
We gotta do a lot.
And then we're gonna play the game.
So the first one is this.
The fuck am I looking at?
You're protecting Jill from Manx stress.
Oh, I see. I thought it was dancing with her for a moment.
No. It's haven't you see like the Crusader meme with the shield? It's like he's protecting a woman from like bad things.
No, I live under a rock. No, I haven't. Yeah, this is gonna be part 3 in a nutshell. Well, the part 3 Dawn Brigade. It's me being like, oh, Manx, stop it. You can't put Jill there. That gets her killed. Manx is like, oh, you mean here? No, stop. Don't press wait. No.
And then we have this one. This one's pretty funny.
Oh, I saw like a million of these. The first one I saw was like Mecha saying Amelia sucks.
I hated Mecha because he told him the truth. So it's really good. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I've seen it a bit too much to like it as much as you do, but it's still good.
Yeah, the next one's pretty simple, but I think it's really funny. He is still this one right here. Accurate description right here. And then we'll do one more. This one is actually really creative. This one made me laugh so hard. This one right here. It's just so clever.
This is my favorite type of meme, actually. Just take a line from the game and put it in a really unexpected place.
And like, what makes this so good is like the crowd, like makes it seem like the comment section. It's just like so much fun. Okay, we have to do one more because this one's so good. So finally, we'll do this one right here. This one's also fantastic.
Wait, how does that work? Anakin lost.
I don't know. This one's a little bit inaccurate, but I mean it's still pretty. Yeah.
But so was the mage, though.
It should have been reversed, honestly. Probably, like the mage should have had, but the mage was on the low ground, so it wouldn't have worked that way. Still,
such a perfect opportunity to be like, you underestimate my power.
Yeah. This is true. See, it's not as accurate, but it's still a really funny meme. So yeah, guys, if you want to send me some juicy memes, just tweet them at me or send them to me on Discord, and they will be showcased at the start of the next chapter.
I thought you were like proud of being a meme master. Now you have other people to send you memes.
I mean, you know,
outsourcing schemes right here.
Outsourcing the meme. You know, being a meme lord, sometimes you gotta review the memes as well, right? All right. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, PewDiePie.
Meme review.
The Laguz Alliance sacks Flaguer with ease and sets off immediately for Mugil.
Flaguer.
Fortresses
Yeah, Begnion.
of Flaguer and Mugil are key to the defense of Western Benyon, and have figured
I know some of these
for
words.
years in the military plans of Gallia, Crimea, and Dain. The fortress of Mugil is well defended by thick walls.
Extra thick!
However, the Laguz Alliance knows that if they are to win this war, Mugil must fall. Ike and his companions march on, though thoughts of the medallion and the dark god entombed within fill their hearts with dread.
Dread! You know what fills my heart with dread?
Your strats.
The fact that we have to like babysit Liar as a green unit in this chapter.
Dude, it's so easy. Oh my god.
Yeah, you just order her to stand back, but still.
Yes.
It's just
This is the part where Screamier's like, why are they not coming outside of their ridiculous port?
yeah, I actually think Screamier is really funny in these interactions because it's like
Screamier is probably the best Radiant Dawn character.
Like, hello, do you not know that we're starting a fight? Are you gonna come out? Hello, it's like Screamier. They built these things to hide inside him. It's like, well, I don't understand, Bjork. Why would you not come out and fight? I don't get it.
Screamier's literally Mags. So why are they using strategy?
And this is like where Gatra goes like, I found a cute girl. And Shino's like, where is she? She's like, it's a cat girl. And Shino's like, you idiot. Balance, this one's fun. Rolf's like, you need skill. And Boyd's like, I need strength. And then someone shows up and goes like, Mist's like, Rolf, you have neither of those things. Shut up. And this is like Mia's only personality trait. She's like, I like to challenge people.
So she's basically as fleshed out as Chris.
Pretty much.
Training.
So the first thing we're gonna do, obviously, we're gonna be... I think I'm gonna put the crossbow on Wolf. And the reason, yeah, we're...
Supposed to Ike. Good choice.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. We have some units to talk about. So, last time I think we talked about Ike, Titania, Soren, and Mists.
Yes.
And now we're gonna talk about Rolf, Boyd, Oscar, and Shinon. So let's start with Rolf.
Okay. Bad.
Yeah. So one thing that I find really odd about Rolf is how he still has this Rolf's bow. Even the developers knew that nobody used him in Path of Radiance. So he still has like a full durability left on his Rolf's bow.
No, he doesn't. It's 44 out of 45. Someone used him.
Because he shot once in the previous map.
Alright.
I just like how, at least in Path of Radiance, it sort of served a purpose, because it gave a lot of weapon experience. It was sort of designed to make Rolf learn how to shoot. The fact that he's still walking around with this means that he probably didn't use it a whole lot, which explains why he's so bad.
I mean, he has like 8 bows now, doesn't he?
He's B rank in bows.
Oh, okay. So he could use some more practice, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think, like, is there any bows he cannot use?
Well, there has to be some A-rank bows. A double bow at least.
Oh no, double bow. Actually, it's not as trash in Radiant Dawn. Doesn't it have like 2-4 range?
Ridiculously good in this game.
Yeah, it's actually good. Unlike in Path of Radiance, where it's just a joke weapon.
I know. I think the idea with the Rolf's bow is that he just made more bows like the ones he already has. Because later on, you can buy some more Rolf's bow, actually.
So
I think there's just multiple of them.
So I know Mecha doesn't like it when we compare two units, but I know a lot of people in the comment section are going to go like, yeah, Shinon might start out stronger, but Rolf become better in the end game if you train him. I don't really think that's the case, honestly. Rolf's growth rates aren't that good. He's very strong with an 75% strength growth, but his bases are so much lower than Shinon. It takes him a really long time to catch up. And honestly, Shinon can get the job done just fine. Yes, you can use both of them, blah blah blah, double unit, pitfall, all that good stuff. But I just disagree with the fact that Rolf is worth the investment because he turns out stronger. Yeah, sure, his endgame stats may be a little bit higher than Shinon's, but it doesn't matter because Shinon can get kills very easily in Part 3 because he doubles and crits a lot. Whereas Wolf, he only shoots once. He can chip at best. Against the Armor Knights, he deals 0 damage. So, I just don't think Rolf's a very good unit at all. And I just don't see why you would ever bother training him, honestly. He's so far away from his promotion. Leave with Shinon, you can give him a couple levels and he can become a marksman. And I do think marksmen are sort of good in this game because they can fire at 3 range. And there is definitely some merit to that. But with Rolf, it's like, ugh, am I really gonna bother giving him 20 levels or use a promotion item on him to turn him into one of those when Shinon just does it better? Rolf's just a very, very unspectacular unit. He's better than in Path of Radiance at the very least, because he at least can do some damage here.
He promoted.
I mean, to be fair, he's still on the same level, comparably. I mean, maybe a little bit closer to the rest of the guys on your squad. In Path of Radiance, he was trash compared to the rest of the Guerrilla Mercenaries. Now he's a little bit more close to them, but he's still one of the weakest units in your squad. So I give him 1 out of 5 stars. Just, why bother? Why bother?
Yeah, I just... Rolf, oh my god, it's so bad. Yeah, okay, I will step into your pitfall for a moment and be like, okay, Rolf compared to Shinon. Shinon's endgame stats are actually really, really good. So it's really hard to find a niche for Rolf. Like I said, his strength is higher in the end, I think. But Shinon still has a chance to cap it, and Shinon's much faster and better in every other area. So if you want a marksman in the Guerrilla Mercenaries, yeah, Shinon is easily better in every way. Even in the end game, there's barely a difference between them. Shinon might even be better in some aspects. I don't remember because I never used Rolf.
Yeah.
With that said, at least Rolf, being a really bad unit, is in an army that can afford to use bad units because it's much easier to babysit a bad unit when he's surrounded by good units. So it's fairly easy to make use of Rolf if you really want to, which is why I'm like bordering on giving him 2 stars anyway. But I think I might end up giving him 1 star. I'm undecided as of yet. I will say quickly about crossbows because I don't think we talked about them too much yet. Unpromoted people like Leonardo can't use them. It has to be like a sniper or a warrior. They have a ton of might, but they don't use strength, so that's why Manx put the crossbow on this guy instead of Shinon, because, you know, strength doesn't matter. Might as well put it on a weaker guy. It's nice to have 1 range on him, but it's just not very strong. 25 might isn't a whole lot, or 28 also isn't either. He does some damage with it. I remember playing with it a little bit. It's actually his strongest weapon against a lot of enemies here.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It one-shots all the flyers, of course, but you don't face that many that are weak to arrows. What else is there? Oh yeah, you said you like marksman. I actually don't. I think they're like grossly overrated, even in the game. There's a lot of maps that, like, once Rolf becomes a marksman, I think like 9 out of 10 maps that are left are routes, and when you are routing, what you want is 1-2 range, not 2-3 range. 1-2 is much more important than 1-3, and Rolf doesn't have good 1-2. When you're attacking at 3 range, your hit gets reduced a little bit, which also kind of stings, but it's nice sometimes, but it's not amazing or anything. It's cool. When he gets a double bow, though, that makes it pretty good for a little bit, but at that point the game is basically over. So yeah, not a whole lot of places for Rolf to be good at anything really. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 star. That's fair enough. I like how we're reviewing the 3 brothers today.
Yeah, we actually are. Bleed! There's Bleed, everyone. And he's not fantastic in this game. I think we already sort of spoiled that a little bit in the previous map. In Path of Radiance, Boyd is actually one of your better units. That is, unless you lose him like I did.
He was good.
He was really good. He's really good. Because, you know, he very quickly reaches a point where he doubles things. In Radiant Dawn, that's his biggest problem. He doesn't double. Because enemies scale too quickly, his base speed is too bad. 45% speed growth isn't terrible, but it's not enough to catch up with the scaling enemies of Radiant Dawn on hard mode. Because you'll just find that the enemies, they'll level up. In the next maps, they'll have like 20 speed, 21, 22, and like, unless you just feed Boyd a million kills and a lot of bonus experience, he's just never gonna get to that doubling threshold. Maybe if you become a Reaver in the endgame, you'll see him double a little bit, because his speed can sort of catch up. The enemies stop scaling at some point, and the other units can sort of catch up to them, but it takes a really long time until they do that. So when a unit kind of double, and their primary job is to do a lot of damage and kill things, and they can't kill things, and they don't have any utility aside from that. Like, they don't have a mount, so they can't rescue really well, they can't kanto, they can't heal, they can't status staff, anything like that. When their job is literally just to hit enemies hard and kill them, and they can't even do that, that makes them really bad, in my opinion. Like, sure, he's really strong, he can hit pretty hard. I've given his Killer Axe to Titania, because she can double and thus do more damage with it. Because I don't, like, if a unit can only attack once, I don't like to rely on a Killing Axe to crit. I know, Mang's saying not to rely on crits, yeah, I know. but I just don't think it's reliable enough to make Boyd a good unit.
It actually makes sense, believe it or not.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just think Boyd's really bad. His fire affinity is pretty decent, and he has some quick supports going on with Oscar and Rolf, you want that kind of thing. There's also the triangle attack, but that's more of a meme thing than anything. So yeah, I just think Boyd is a really unimpressive unit. I give him 2 out of 5 stars.
Interesting. Yeah, Boyd would really improve a lot if you gave him a speed transfer, which I think would have happened if he stayed alive, because I think your speed was like okay.
It was really fast, actually, super fast.
Yeah, like if he's able to cap speed in Path of Radiance, he joins with like +2 speed. That might not seem like much because his speed is still roughly on par with the enemy, but it gets him to doubling so much sooner, and it puts him within the speed wing range of doubling. Whereas the way he is now, with no speed transfer and probably no speed wing, he's just kind of up the creek without a paddle. He's roughly as fast as enemies are. It's hard to outpace them by 4 points if you're growing roughly as quickly. Hard mode is pretty harsh on level units. And it's hard to get level ups when you're not doubling anything. That also kind of sucks. Strength is really good though. If you can get into double, it's really good. And I think it's possible. I know that like low turn count playthroughs of Radiant Dawn, that they do utilize Boyd quite a bit, but I forgot if they use his transfers or not. I'm actually trying to use him in my run right now, so even if you're not using him, Mangs, I might at some point mention that my Boyd is doubling at some point, so you'll know that he's actually good at some point. I think it's possible to get into double, but it takes a long time and some resource investment. If you can get into double, He's actually good. He's actually really strong. He can go armor knights or generals or whatever with hand axes. That's really strong. But it's a question of whether it's worth the investment. And you only have so much bonus experience going around. He can do some like bonus experience tricks, where like he cap his strength and his HP, I think, and then he can get speed because speed growth is good. So you can probably get that through bonus experience, but so much investments. I don't want to give this guy 2 stars because I feel like he's not that bad. He's just kind of okay. So like I would give him more. I'm gonna give him 3 stars. He's decent at that. Taking into account the option of transfers.
Mecha,
that would be my excuse.
Mecha continues to give good ratings to Grill Mercenaries.
Yeah, I mean, this is a more forgiving army than the Dawn Brigade. Dawn Brigade is like either you're super broken or you're super bad. There's basically no middle ground there.
That is true. Alright, and then we have Oscar. So, Oscar would have had a speed transfer had we not run into an Astra Swordmaster in the final map of Path of Radiance.
Counter. Oh! Takes 10, Ether takes 20, but Ike only has 20 points. Okay, so I guess... No fucking way, Revenge of the Swordmasters.
Really, really sad. You would have also had a bond support with Kieran, yay. So, I mean, honestly, like, Oscar starting with 23 speed sounds really nice. I really would have liked that, actually. Because that would have gotten him into doubling territory a lot quicker. He is really fast, though. He's got a 60% speed growth, so he's definitely one of the Grail Mercenaries that can get into doubling range. His strength is a little bit low at 35%, but then again, keep in mind, because of how bonus experience works, it may not be such a bad idea to have really high growths in certain aspects, because Oscar will for sure cap his skill and speed really quickly. You can see how close he is to capping them right there. And he's got a 65% skill and a 60% speed growth. He gets there in no time, really. And he's also really tanky in this game. 17 base defense is really good. And, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, he's 38 hit points, 17 defense. That's, like, better than Titania.
I always find Oscar, like, slightly frail.
I mean, most units are pretty frail because units in this arc hits really hard. But I think Oscar on average takes, like, 3 or 4 hits. Unless, like, it's a really powerful enemy. But anyway, I find Oscar really good. I mean, there's a lot of outdoor maps. He has a horse. He has Kanto. Lances are pretty good. They're not Axis, but they're still pretty good. Earth Affinity is broken. That alone puts him up a lot in my book, just because the Earth Affinity is so incredibly good. And yeah, I give him 4 out of 5 stars in this game as well. I think I gave him that in Path of Radiance, although I probably would have retracted my rating to 5 stars in Path of Radiance, considering how fucking broken he was. But I still think Oscar's a really good unit.
It's funny to hear all this praise for Oscar. I was actually going to be much more mild on him, but I might just end up on the same rating. I think it was nerfed pretty hard from Path of Radiance, because, you know, Paladin just not as good for him. I know I rated Titania like 5 stars instead Mount good. But the thing about Oscar is, like, he has some bigger issues than Titania. His speed cap is really low, to the point where it actually stops him from doubling some things, even when he's capped speed into tier 2, which means he needs a Master Crown, start doubling again, and then maybe even some bonus experience, but I don't remember exactly how his speed turns out after promotion. I think it's like +2 after promoting. But then even in part 4, I think he still has some doubling issues, which is kind of annoying. He also doesn't have access, like he said, so that cuts into his attack power a little bit. I think his strength is also a little bit on the lower side. Like I said, I don't find him that tanky. The Earth Affinity helps, of course, in the long term. But I think by the time that people get, like, high support rates, almost everyone is tanky, so I don't really count it for much. I don't know, I just don't really like Oscar in the game for some weird reason, even though I love Titania, and they're, like, the same class. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the lack of attack power, really. It's kind of weak. Axes
are so much better than Lances, especially when Weapon Triangle is not a factor, especially. It just, they're just have more might, and their accuracy is pretty comparable as well.
Yeah, and his strength is also just isn't like, I don't know, I find him consistently underwhelming. So, but I do think he's a bit better than Boyd at least. Pretty hesitant 4 stars for me as well, but like closer to 3 stars than anything.
Right.
Not a big fan.
Okay. Finally, we got Shinon. So Shinon is really good in this game. Like, good for an archer at the very least. Like, he's not a 5-star unit or anything like that, but I really like Shinon on this part. Mainly because he has enough speed to double most enemies. His high skill means that his hit rate is very high. Most of the time, it's like 100%. And he also has a really good crit with the killer bow. And since he doubles a lot of things, very often I'll find that I send Shinon against like a beefy unit, and one of his attacks will be a crit, and his other attack will be a hit, and that's enough to kill. So Shinon's just like, depending on how lucky you are, which, you know, I tend to be very lucky. I find that Shinon is just a really good unit, because I send him in against like a full hit point Halberdier, and I just kill him. And there's not a lot of units in the Grail Mercenaries that can do that, actually. I mean, in many cases on hard mode, you'll need to gang up on enemies with several units. Like, Ike can one-round a lot of enemies, Titania can do it if she crits, and that's really about it. Shinon is like the only other unit aside from that who has a chance of actually one-rounding units, unless they're really weak. And for that reason alone, I think he's really good. I still rate him 2 out of 5 stars, because, you know, lack of one range is a big deal, but I think that his killing potential puts him up a lot in my eyes, despite having that weakness.
Yeah, Shinon's stats are so stupidly good. He's like on par with Ike, and he's probably your best combat unit if you don't take the lack of long range into account. His stats are broken. Like I said, he doubles. No one else really doubles. Like Ike doubles some things, Mia doubles. That's basically it. And Shinon has a really good chance of killing enemies with just a killer bow. He has some bond supports that also help with that. I think with Rolf and Gatri, which is really cool. And he's also pretty durable. It's insane how much durability this guy has.
What the hell?
Super bulky. He comes with Provoke, so you can even like lure away enemies from bigger targets if you want to. It doesn't work reliably, but it's there, I guess. It's just so weird how strong this guy is. As like in early part 3, this is very useful because your army is kind of, you're like low manning the place, so you need guys like this, even though he's not ideal. But later on, as the game turns into route, he's less useful, and I find that it's... I always want to use this guy long term when I'm first using him, and then like around 3.8, 3.10 or something, I'm like, I don't want to use this guy. He's a liability. He just gets attacked and doesn't counter, and that sucks. And then in the end game, like just like Rolf, he gets a double bow and he becomes OP again. Then the game is over.
Yeah.
So it goes like up and down in utility, but right now he's really good, and then I would probably drop him after 3-5 or so. After that, he's no longer as good. But I don't know. I like this design for an archer at least. It's nice to have one with good stats for a change. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 stars. Even though like right now I think he's a 5-star unit, but later on,
yeah. All right, so I'm gonna have some fun with skills. So it's funny that you mentioned Provoke. Actually, I prefer to take it off him.
I would keep it on him for right now. Actually,
why?
I find it useful in the map, but it's easier to explain when you have to map it.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? You might be right, because there's like a wall that you can taunt enemies through, and that's actually a good point. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take Miracle off Mists.
What?
And I'm gonna give it to Titania.
Okay.
Because Titania has
25.
She has 20 luck. Or sorry, 19 luck. So you know we don't want to lose Titania, do we?
Oh, that's actually not a bad strategy, I guess.
Yeah, and then we'll take Adept of Sorin and we'll give it to Mia, because she can just really make good use of it.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad that Sorin already struggles to do damage, and we take away the only like skill that boosts his damage output. It's just Mia since she doubles.
So much better. It's like more than twice as good.
Yeah, she doubles and she has 28 speeds. That's a 28% chance every single time she attacks to attack again, which couldn't be a crit. It's just like it's so good on her. I don't think we have any... No, it takes a little while to build supports for some funny reason.
It does.
So, yeah. Let us go. Only 23 minutes of battle preparations plus memes.
Jesus Christ. Talk show with Mangs and Mecha.
Like, hello? We need disguises. Perfect. I like this song. Cats at Play, it's called. Although Mist is not a cat, I guess.
Gameplay.
Yeah, right. Let's go. It's a good strategy. Give food to guards, make them fall asleep, and then teleport into the city. Really good. So yeah, turn count requirement, really lenient. 15 turns, which is kind of funny because it's a route in 12 turns chapter.
I was about to say.
There's a coin here. So, but we have 10 coins from our transfers, so it's not like this is a big deal. Yeah, so we have more coins than we possibly know what to do with. So, this map is sort of tricky, though.
It is. I died many times. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I understand why you want Provoke on Shinon right now, because you can make a lot of these guys attack him through the wall, which is really nice. So,
there's a longbow dude that's really annoying.
Yeah,
that's why I like to put Shinon one down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I can put him like here if I can kill that guy first.
Something like that, yeah.
There's a bunch of generals here. I could just send Gatri to tank them, I guess.
Yeah, Gatri or Titania are your best bets, really.
Yeah, so we'll do this. They're a little bit hard to spot because you don't have any like torches or anything.
I sent Titania to like the square to the right of Gatri and couldn't see the generals in front of her.
Yeah, I don't know. The vision range is really
what the hell,
weird.
you're double. Oh, yeah, right. She's like borderline double.
Yeah, there you go. And this is why the Killer Axe is a lot better in Titania than in some Void.
Well,
I guess
to be honest, I don't think Titania doubles a whole lot. She like doubles half the generals. That really shows how bad her speed is at this point. Or like mediocre.
Just how fast enemies in Radiant Dawn are. Just look at
Yeah.
this. 23 speed on a Swordmaster. Like, there are... Radiant Dawn enemies are just really strong. That's just how it works. And I like to just send Ike in here and just clean
Yeah,
this.
sometimes he doubles this this dude. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, our Ike has speed transfers. So
Yeah, mine
Any-
didn't.
anything that you think that Ike doesn't double on this map, he will probably double on this map.
I think he doesn't double Swordmasters, but he doubles everything else.
Yeah, because 25 speed, like, yeah, he doubles everything except for Swordmaster, yeah. Which is really good. So...
Maybe not the boss, we'll see. Yeah, if you're gonna attack with Shinon, use Rolf as a bond support. Doesn't really matter much.
That's not a bad, well, it's...
Something,
something, I guess. We can maybe use Oscar here, but yeah. Does he double this archer? I don't
No,
think...
Oscar doesn't double anything. It's super annoying. He doubles mages, that's it. That's why I don't like him.
Yeah, so, because I want Shinon here, and Shinon can probably kill this guy. It's
You can also just get him with a longbow, do it for a moment, because it's not that important.
Yeah, you know what? I think I will. Because I really want to...
Well, if you're gonna, like, you might as well just attack the sniper at this point.
Yeah.
You're already weakened the halberdier.
This is why Shinon's pretty good.
Yeah. Generally, you
Honestly-
want to attack with Shinon first, yeah, most of the time. And Mia
Oh,
as well.
for sure,
Stay
for
quick.
sure. Yeah, I gotta be careful. This guy can murder Boyd.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can murder Soren as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's bad. Does he
Yeah.
double Oscar? He doesn't. So
Does he
we
have
can...
25 or 20 less?
Yes,
20 something less.
23. So he
yeah,
doesn't
double
double.
Oscar. It still nearly kills him. That's whatever.
Yeah.
He's can chip, but you have to be very careful with that guy because he doesn't take any hits whatsoever.
Oh yeah, fucking wrist, man.
But he's
I
safe where he goes. Yeah, that's the safe spot for him as long as you block him.
I do. I'm gonna kill this guy with Oscar, and then I'm gonna like put Oscar next to Ike.
Did he go that far? I guess he does.
I think he can. He's on a horse. Okay, well he can do this, which is good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not a big fan of this though. Shinon
It's
doesn't
fine.
get double.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of force to Shinon's left. Yeah, he just can't reach him yet.
I'll put Rolf next to Shinon to give him 5% more crit avoid.
Sure. He's not gonna get like he doesn't even die to a crit. I think he's so bulky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
so
Torch MVP.
yeah, Torch MVP.
Big
Am
wish.
I right? That'd be funny. Yeah. I love how maybe Boyd is better served down here.
No,
actually.
don't go there with Void.
All right. Oh fuck!
Same.
I almost forgot.
I was about to say, yeah.
Stand still, stupid cat girls.
Yeah. If you don't move Titania where she does, I think Lyre starts in range with one of the generals.
Can you believe this is like a unit that joins late?
I wouldn't say late. She joins in 2 chapters or so.
Late-ish.
It's more just her stats are bad no matter when she joins. It's like the Sophia syndrome.
Sophia syndrome. Don't crit me. Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's kind of
how much she would have taken a crit and lived.
It would have taken 2 crits.
Why does she not have 20 defense?
Oh, it's fortune maps like
That is
this.
so ridiculous. Like, what the hell? He's almost as tanky as Gatry.
I think he's like your second most tanky character. Maybe third behind Ike.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Also, that house. Don't visit it with any of the brothers. Visit it
I
with someone
did
else.
accidentally on my first playthrough.
Yeah.
And while I like the story conversation you get out of it, it's a
so
dick
dumb.
move. It's a dick move that they take away your Seraph robe.
Yeah. Like, fuck that, dude.
Like, couldn't they have instead rewarded us with a Seraph robe and the story?
I tunneled in on it and I was like, I had Rolf free. I was like, oh wait, don't use Rolf. Use someone else. So I moved Oscar. Oh wait, Oscar's also bad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what I should do with Shinon here. If I should,
It's okay to put Shinon like in front of the warrior and just tank that place. Like it takes a while to get through that, and you sent all the best units for taking that spot on to like south, like Gatry. So.
Oh wow!
Oh no, nice.
What the hell? Yeah, so I gotta be careful here because I think this guy might kill Rice or Riz. Yeah.
Yeah, he does kill Riz, so just stay at a
So
good distance.
fucking bad. Like I just wanna-
move Shinon to left. Yeah, I just stand in front of this warrior. It's not gonna kill him. Nothing kills Shinon.
Yeah, or I could do this and I could like try to
You
kill
could,
him.
but then they move in front of the gap, and they're gonna be really annoying in combat. Up to you.
Correct. Fuck.
Okay, now you're fucked. Good job.
Whoops.
Listening to Mecha.
Yeah.
Oscar can't make it, can he? Horses are too hard for
No,
him.
he cannot. We can...
Yet another reason why horses aren't auto-win in this game. Yep, getting one killed and doubled. Why not?
I suddenly forgot what the No! What the?
What are you doing? This map has so much train wreck potential. I think it gets doubled by generals.
Oh my god. I forgot how to cancel for a moment. I had a brain fart. I don't know why I did that.
Alzheimer, Mangs.